Kingdom Nation. I'm your host, Dr. Latricia Roberts. Listen, we have another awesome show for you today. Well, let me introduce my co-host, none other than the Apostle. I had to let that reverberate throughout the atmosphere. Apostle Tanya Stewart, hello, my sister.
Hello, my sister.
How art thou?
Art thou is
we
well.
We are back for another wonderful show, and we're going to get into some stuff. Listen, we're not controversial, but we are bringing the topics to you dead face to face.
Yes.
We're not cutting any corners, but we're, because a lot of this stuff needs to be addressed.
Yes.
And needs to be addressed in a godly fashion.
Yes, and
so, go ahead.
With taste and with love.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Put some sugar on it.
We'll put a little tad of sugar. I put too much. But they didn't sugar it down or water down for me. So But we're going to jump in. We have a fantastic show. Listen, the topic today is you are worth it. You're worth it. And today in society, we have a whole lot of people who do not believe they're worth it. Or who don't understand their worth. And who have no idea how to go back and get their worth if they maybe have lost it or played it down a little bit. What do you think about that?
What comes to mind is, who are you?
Okay.
Because when we know who we are, we also value who we are.
But shouldn't we learn that at home? Parents should instill that in their children while they're at home, not when they get 15 or 16, because by that time, they're confused. They're, or as they say now, I'm trying to find myself. Come on now.
But
I didn't know you were lost. Go ahead.
But what are parents instilling today?
Right. What morals and values are you teaching your children? And then you look surprised when they don't know what they're doing.
Well, are they teaching morals and values? Because it's not being done as much as it was in the past. About maybe 20, 30 years ago, we had morals, values, and belief systems. But what are we producing now in our children?
But now that's just a trick of the enemy to keep the kids from really walking into their destinies and who they are.
Yes.
So I think I saw something that says, we're the next Martin Luther Kings, we're the next, Malcolm X, we're the next people that are supposed to take the reins and go forward. They're too busy having an identity crisis because the parents haven't done their job.
Ooh.
And we're not saying all parents,
right?
But now parenting is very watered down. Let me be your friend. He never told us to be their friend. He said be their parent.
Yes.
You become their friend when they out the house. You ain't saying nothing. And so now, although parents, if they're my friend, they'll tell me more. But if they don't respect you,
then it doesn't matter.
Because now you're their friend and not somebody that they can, really listen to and take instructions and directions from.
Right, but if you give them discipline and they understand that the discipline that you're demonstrating in their life is for their good and out of love, then they will respect you more because they understand that you only have their best interest at heart.
Now that leaves the question is, then what is discipline? Because nowadays you can't touch a child. You can't hit them. You can't say this. You all are lucky you were not raised up in my mother's house. Hello, Mom. But watch this. I appreciate you and appreciate what she did because she taught me something. She instilled something in me. Most young ladies, and watch this, some of our older ladies can't cook. They can't do anything. But ladies, I don't want to just limit you to the kitchen. Hello, somebody.
Right.
Because sometimes we find our worth in other people because of the way we were trained.
Now, you said something very deep when you said she instilled something.
Yeah.
That means she instilled character. Yeah. She instilled what's right, what's wrong, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. But those things have not been deposited in the lives of many people that we see today.
So are we losing a generation because of lack of worth? Because they don't know their worth, and in not knowing their worth, they don't know who they are.
And they'll take anything. They'll receive anything because of the lack of knowing that they're worth it and they're more valuable than they know.
But see, they hear that you're a king and a queen all the time, but they really don't understand what that really means.
Or what it looks like.
Or what it looks like. You're living on the back of somebody who died for you to have something.
Ooh.
I went there, and so they squander it. Watch this, and we just can't blame this on the young generation because even some of our adults are forgetting from whence we came and whence our people struggled. And when I say our people, I'm talking about everybody because not only did the blacks struggle, but the Jewish people struggled, the Chinese people. Everybody had some form of struggle within their own nationality.
That's true. And that's what we as a nation have to come together and begin to realize that we have to return back to what works.
You said what works, as they said, what is the cliche? If you don't remember your past, you're doomed to repeat it.
Ooh.
And so our children, we're ushering them, because we're not showing them the way, teaching them, you know what I'm saying, and really training up a child in the way they should go. Now the YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, everything raises our children but us. So when you try to tell them something, you have an issue. I don't know how the show went off to being on children, but it's still talking about your worth, because if we don't get them when they're young, if we don't teach them that your mama's little angel, or you could be bad as lightning, then, you know, how can we really instill who they are? I didn't get 15 before my mama started telling me I was special.
Oh, come on. She's telling you that we were beautiful queens and we're going to grow up to be doctors and lawyers. In other words, what happened to the voice?
Yeah.
The voice that spoke to destiny, the voice that spoke and they began to respond according to character.
Well, now the voice is still speaking, but it's been drowned out by everything else. Because now what we do, or what some people do, and this is how they're losing their worth, is that they're listening to the other voices that's saying you ain't no good. You ain't nothing. You ain't never going to be nothing. You don't have this. And watch this. That's a trick of the enemy where we never look at it that way. And for those, for our crowd that's unchurched, stop letting people say that to you. Watch this. We're not telling you to run around and fight people, but just because they say it, don't make it true.
That is so true. You said something. Why are we allowing people to say things that we're not? What do we do with people's opinion when they say it to us?
A lot of times what we do is we internalize that thing. And we take it to heart because maybe subconsciously we look at these people or we feel less than who we really are. So when they say something, you take it as law and you really internalize it and you believe it. The Bible does say that faith comes by hearing. It didn't say everything you hear was going to be positive. So you have to be careful what's going in your ear gate. You have to be careful to some things we need to block as soon as we hear it and stop it from going on the inside. And so if you're unsaved, what I'm saying is just because somebody says something about you, don't make you that thing, and know how not to internalize it and make it true.
You said something key. Allowing people to speak things over us that are not true. So therefore, we need to know what is true, so when truth shows up, we'll know how to respond. And so the negativity of those words are trying to get on the inside, so it interrupts our destiny. It challenges our self-esteem, our worth. So it comes to bring confusion to our young people, our more mature people. But how do we change that?
So here we go. We look at things, and I can't say for face value because, and I know I've had things said to me, you're not going to amount to anything, you're not going to be this, and you're not going to do this, and watch this. It hurt because it came from people who I looked up to, who I liked, who I valued, but there was something on the inside of me that said what they said is not true.
So it doesn't validate
right.
we are.
Watch this, and we need to stop letting people's words validate us, because we look for validation about who we are in somebody else. My words validate me.
Oh my goodness!
Come on now, my words can validate me. It can heal me or kill me. You ain't saying that it can raise me up or it can destroy me. Your words. So stop letting people have that much power that what they say count that much, especially if that, you know, it's not a parent or something. Watch this. Even parents can tear you down.
Right, and you can say negative words that cause that child. You call him Bam Bam, and you're wondering why he has a Bam Bam in his hand, killing and doing things of that caliber. We have to understand that we need to tell our children, tell one another your worth, your value. You are important. You have what it takes to succeed in your dreams, and you have what it takes to walk out your destiny.
But how can I do that when the person that's saying it to me hasn't even done it?
Ooh.
So what we have is other people killing other people. You ain't saying that. That's good.
So that means that we need to be around people who can iron sharpen iron, build us up and not tear us down.
Watch this. Even if it's a teacher, somebody needs to be able to speak life into you.
Oh, life.
I'm reminded of David. David said I had to encourage myself because there might not be anybody around who you see doing what you want to do, who you see is actually striving to make it better. Maybe your environment isn't right. Maybe you're around everybody. Everybody has a broke mentality. Girl, we ain't going to get out of here. Girl, we going to be on A forever. Whoa. Hold on, baby. Not me. You got to start saying, even if it's in your mind, you have to say, not me. I'm not going to be a part of this. God is going to get me out of this. Whether you saved or unsaved, you can grab hold to him, and he will bring you out of it. But we sit there and we agree with them. Come on now. And when you agree with them, you take ownership. Yeah.
But we got to go to commercial.
Come on, we got to go to commercial, y'all. I done get excited now. Listen, we'll be right back after this.
I'm leaving you, Wesley.
But why?
You haven't noticed me in 2 years.
I was in a coma.
Well, I still deserve appreciation.
Who was there for you when you had amnesia?
Ugh, you know I can't remember that.
Stop this madness. If it's appreciation you want, you should both get Snapshot from Progressive. It rewards good drivers with big discounts on car insurance.
I have also awoken from my coma.
It's called a nap, Susan Lucci.
Welcome back to Kingdom Nation. I'm your host, Dr. Latricia Roberts. We have been, oh my goodness, talking about You're Worth It. But
Yes.
in between the show, I think we should have kept rolling because some hot stuff came out doing that.
Yes.
But before we jump in, I want to define what does worth mean. And according to Webster, worth is the usefulness or importance of a thing, having value. That was good. The excellence of character. We never think about that. Our worth is dealing with our character.
Yes.
And our character deals with who we really are. There's a saying that says, your character is who you are, but your reputation is what people think about you.
Yes.
So stop tripping off what people think about you. Huh? They think we crazy to keep doing this show. They think, watch this, they can think whatever they want to think. But I'm not going to change my life and change my everything because of what you think.
That's right.
Come on now.
Because what's important is what we think about ourselves, how we value who we are.
So in other words, what's going on in my own head
Come on.
about me.
Okay.
So let me ask everybody out there watching, how do you see you? What do you think about you? Because that's what we're really saying.
Yes.
Your worth is what you really think about you. It's the mindset of how you see you. Come on, see yourself.
How do you see yourself?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
see
yeah.
yourself progressing? You see yourself advancing and doing what you believe in your heart that is necessary for your life? How do you see you? How do you carry yourself? How do you allow people to bring conversations into your life? What kind of conversations are you having that cause you to know your worth?
You know what? I want to say this because I'm just going to jump in and say it. You cannot change who you are because somebody says something, then you try to morph into that thing.
Ooh.
Huh? Oh, you ain't no good, and you start morphing because the words, they have spirit and they have life, and words go create. If we're created in his image and in his likeness, come on now, I got to walk you through this.
Yeah.
Whether you saved or unsaved, the word still works.
Come on.
So if we're created in his image and in his likeness, then when we say something, it goes out and create. So when somebody say you ain't no good, then you say, well, I ain't no good. You begin to say that to yourself and then wonder why your character starts acting ugly because you just spoke it to yourself.
And your self-esteem becomes low because you don't see yourself to have value. So you settle for things instead of requiring a standard.
You know what? Somebody's been dealing, has been molested. You've been raped.
Yes.
You've been, taken advantage of.
Yes.
And your worth is low. That was not your fault. Because so
That
what
was
we
not.
do, we take that upon ourselves. That was not your fault. You didn't say, hey, come do this to me. You know what I'm saying? It happened, and I'm so sorry it happened, but you're not that mistake.
You're not that mistake.
Come on.
And the person who mishandled you
Yeah, speak to him.
didn't understand why they did what they did. But the most important part is that we must forgive. And we have to let go of shame. We have to let go of despair.
That was
We
a
have
good
to
word.
let go of low self-esteem. We have to let go of the things that spirit comes to attack in our mindset.
And you got to think, too, why would the enemy come after me like this? You must be important.
and have value.
And have value for the enemy to even attack you that way.
That's so true.
Come on.
Because think about it. Kids are innocent, and a lot of times kids are taken for granted when they're young.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're most vulnerable.
Yes.
But they still have value.
They still watch this. And sometimes some people can see things on you and they try to destroy it because they're sent of the enemy. I don't care if you're saved or
sabotage.
unsaved. There are things that are going to attack you just because of who you are and because of your destiny and because of what God has already put in you, whether you accept him or not. There's something in you. Now, God is trying to say, let me pull it out of you. But the enemy's saying, let me kill it. Come on now.
So
and unfortunately, the choice we make is because the ones that say, let me kill it, seem like they're having more fun.
Ooh.
They're cool to be around.
Come
Watch
on.
this. But they're introducing you to stuff that you should not be introduced to.
And it's causing you to feel low self-esteem. It's
Yeah.
causing you to degrade your value. And therefore, you have got to push forward in the things that have caused you to grow up and mature.
Now watch this. Unfortunately, we're talking from 8 to 80.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because in your lifetime, if you think about it, somebody has called you something and you knew that was not you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when folks are jealous. They don't like you. They say all kind of nasty stuff. At school, watch this. Let's be truthful. And even at church. Stop playing with me.
Come on.
Stop playing with me.
Understand this. Our worth is what we think of us. And so therefore we have to stop letting people's opinions define who we are. And the minute we shift that, then we can continue to run the race that God has set before us. But we must understand that is going to come. Persecution is going to come. But what do we do with it when it comes to the door? That's the difference.
Watch this. That makes all the difference in the world. What do you do? How do you react? Do you go home and cry? Do you go home and internalize it and later and watch this? Are you cutting yourself? Are you doing stuff to yourself that makes no sense because of what somebody else said? You are not those things. What did I say? You are not those things. I need you to repeat that. You are not those things. I need you to build yourself up on the inside.
Yes.
We're not even dealing about what God calls you. We're dealing with what you call yourself. And until you call yourself the right thing, you're not even going to hear what God called you. My God, today, you're not going to hear it. You're going to tune that out. You're going to hear something that says you're wonderful.
Yes.
No, I'm not. Huh? He said in his word over in Psalms 139, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And if you say that to some men and women,
come on,
they're not going to believe it. No, I'm not, because of what life it has shaped them and how the things that they went through, and it hurt, and they haven't been able to bounce back. They didn't get healed from it. They don't know how to get out of it.
Come on.
We're saying try Christ.
Come on. Try Christ and believe that he has a balm in Gilead to heal our soul. Why? Because life is hard sometimes. Can we just say that? Life is hard sometimes. But it doesn't mean that you can't take the hard-pressed times and turn them into a triumphant and victorious situation.
Because when you realize that you're worth it.
You're worth it.
Come on. You'll stop letting any and everything come to you. Yeah. And you'll stop taking them texts from any and everybody. Watch this. He ain't got no job, he ain't got no call. What you need him for? Hello, sir. And vice versa, because I'm not going to leave it unflipped. And vice versa. Come on. You'll start realizing, hey, it's all right for me to walk with my head up. I am somebody, huh? They didn't march for us because we weren't nobody. Watch this. Your parents didn't go through what they went through to try to give you the things that they give you because you're nobody. And watch this. And even if your parents are poor, we got to keep it 100. Even if they don't have, don't mean you're not supposed to have the mentality that you ain't nothing.
Come on, because vision is important. Because even though you may be in a moment, it is not the rest of your life.
Come on, it's only a comma, baby.
Come on,
it ain't a period.
come on. It's not a period. It's not final.
Right.
And that's what we have to know when we deal with our internal, our self-esteem, our confidence, is that what? We are wonderful. We are beautiful. And we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And for the unchurched,
come on, talk to them.
Come on now. We got to understand that there are steps to this walk called success.
Yeah.
And you can progress with a new mindset. Ooh. You can conquer some things when you believe what you know in your heart you are created to do.
You know what? And we have to say this because a lot of times we watch programs that tell you that you know good. You listen to songs that tell you know good. And you start singing these lyrics that you know good. And the words say, some of the lyrics, they call you alphabets that we cannot say. Can we keep it 100? And you're saying that, and you're singing it, and you're studying saying it over your life. I'm this, and I heard one lady say, I'm ratchet. That's not a good thing.
No, that's not a good thing.
Then they goes, I'm ratchet. Well, let's look up ratchet and see what ratchet means before you start saying you're something. But I want you to take time out and stop after you watch the program. I'm going to say turn the TV off. And start saying positive things to yourself.
Yes.
Look in the mirror and say, who am I really? You're worth something. You are somebody.
Yes.
Build yourself up. And the more you build yourself up, you can start walking out of some of the things and stop dealing with some of the people that you deal with. And watch this. And this is for anybody in school, teenager, elementary. I don't care. Because sometimes we get around the wrong people and they feed that to us and we eat it hook, line, and sinker.
And stop giving in to peer pressure.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because Just because other kids don't think that you're valuable doesn't mean you're not valuable.
But I don't fit in with everybody. You're not
you don't
going
have to. And you're not going to.
Your
and they still not going to like you.
Your uniqueness make you you.
Come on, because they still not going to like you when you do the things that they do.
Don't try to people please. Don't try to do any of that. Have some self-worth. Have some dignity about yourself.
Yes.
Have, as old folks you say, some get up and go. And
Yes.
you do some chutzpah about yourself.
Come on.
Have something that's on the inside and let it manifest and say, you know what, I don't have to dress like you all. I don't have to do anything, but I'm going to be my own person and be proud of who you are.
Yes, godly proud of who you are.
So
in other
when
words,
you go in
there's
the
a
mirror,
stamp.
stop seeing that person that's broke down and by herself and got nobody. Listen, this is good. We got to go pay some bills. We'll be right back
After this.
That's all right, son. Get right back up. You're all right. Oh, check out that Buick.
Wow, that's nice. But if that's a Buick, then my kid's Cam Newton.
Damn! Blue 42 set up.
I'm open! Go! No! Yeah!
Some people just can't believe the new Buick.
That's a good-looking Buick right there. That's a Buick, and I'm a supermodel.
Nice play, Billy!
Miranda Kerr?
Welcome back to Kingdom Nation. I'm your host, Dr. Latricia Roberts. Listen, we've been talking about your worth. We've been talking about your value. But now we want to throw something in, and that's your vision. What do you see when you see you? Not only when you stand in the mirror, what do you see once you pull off all the mask
Yes.
of trying to be everybody else? Be yourself. But what do you really see? Talk to me.
What do you see? How do you see your heart? Because many times our emotions show a description about how we really feel on the inside.
So if I'm all tatted up, what am I saying? You ain't saying that. That's really a cry for help, but also attention.
Yes. Attention, because when you think about our clothes and what we wear, how we make up ourselves, it really shows either we have self-esteem and confidence or we do not.
But most people, I'm getting this tattoo because it's beautiful. Yeah, but you're putting it on the outside of your body
To be seen.
to be seen. You ain't saying nothing. And so you have ladies walking around with tattoos all on their breasts and tattoos all up here. Now watch this. If the government said you had to go get a tattoo, most of y'all will complain. I don't want no tattoo. But now, everybody getting marked up. Well, if you don't want to know about tattoos, don't ask me. Because I will start to go in about tattoos. But watch this. The other thing is, can you go beyond your upbringing and what you see?
Yes, you can.
In your environment? Can you go beyond that? Although, watch this, maybe or you think the opportunities are not there, there has to be something on the inside that drives you past that.
Yes, and the people of influence can also drive you
But
past
what
that.
if, because there are some homes where there is nobody that's of influence, nobody there that's saying you can do better. How do you deal with them? Because in some families, they don't get that. They don't get that you can make it. They don't get pushed. Come on, baby, you can be at the best ahead of your class. Yeah, we don't have this, and this, but you still can be better.
And that's true. It also depends on who's speaking to you, because if you're watching television, listen to the radio, or that school teacher may influence you, like Les Brown, to be who you know you can be on the inside. If a person sees a vision and all they see is corruption, but they see something on television, they hear somebody's testimony, and they say, if God can do it for them, surely he can do it for me. So vision does mean something to a person. If they believe that they can come out of a place where there is poverty, a place where there is corruption and drug selling, they can come out if they can see something different.
But here's my thing, because I'm looking at the fact that not only you're talking more adult, but I'm looking at our teenagers who stuck because the kids, they can't really get out of the situation, and maybe they're not getting those encouraging words, or maybe the peer pressure you mentioned earlier and the low self-esteem, and they're watching stuff that maybe they shouldn't be watching on TV. What do we say to them? Because this is where the enemy's fighting hard. He's coming after our kids with both barrel blazing. we got babies talking about they're gay. You don't even know, spell it. You know what I'm saying? What does that really mean? You were not born like this. And I said it. You were not born this way. If you were female, you were born a female. If you're male, you're born a male. Not you born in a, I'm trapped. No. This is something that's being fed to you because of your self-worth is low, because you was rejected, because you was hurt. And we don't want to take the cover off or just rip the Band-Aid off and say, listen, we need to deal with this epidemic. We need to deal with what's going on the inside of you. We need to deal with society and say, hey, let's look at what we're doing and how we're responding. Les Brown has a very interesting beginning.
Yes.
His what was it? His teacher.
His teacher was empowering him because somebody told him that he was dumb.
Mm-hmm. Now watch this. Kids say you're dumb all the time, and sometimes our kids take that to heart. You're not dumb. God doesn't create dumb people.
No, but when the teacher told him, don't ever say that about yourself.
Ah, that's really good. That's good right there. There's a whole lot of things we need to stop saying to ourselves. And while I'm here, because we only got a few minutes left, stop putting your worth between your legs.
Oh, my goodness.
I said it.
You did
I said it. So watch this. Stop saying, letting people tell you that you're dumb. And stop letting your worth be between your legs.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
walking out of Walmart, and this young lady said, I need some more money. She was with her friends. She said, I need to go dance and shake my butt a little bit, but that's not the words that she used. Ooh. And I turned around. I didn't say anything, but I turned around to look, and this was a teenager. She was a young girl.
Oh,
so you're going to put yourself out there like that because you need some money? How about we go learn a trade or something, and we go get a job? So now my thing is, what are you seeing? But see, TV makes it look so glamorous. I saw one lady, she was a professional twerker making 6 figures. Okay, but at the end of the day, you ain't nobody but somebody that's shaking your tail. But, you know, and I did say it, but here we go. What's on the inside of you? What are you dealing with on the inside? I don't want our young ladies out there shaking it like that. You have something more valuable on the inside of you, in your heart and in your mind, other than what's behind you on your back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
come on
my
now.
goodness.
Come on.
My goodness. So therefore, people are wearing a lot of masks. They're not walking in who they were created to be. So therefore, they believe the hype of the rumors and those negative things.
Well, we glamorize it on TV.
Well,
we glamorize it. You know, they making it rain with the girls that can set up and shake. But you all are not watching the documentaries where the girl says she went and got butt injections and one of them died just because she wanted to have a bigger butt. Well, see, this is still dealing with our worth, because anytime I put my worth in my butt, you ain't saying that. Come on now. And watch this. You won't be the girl that he take home anyway.
Oh, my goodness. No.
Now, this got to be a part two. I can't even do it.
No. But understand this. Yeah. Just because you mess up, you can have a new beginning. You can change what you used to be.
Come on.
Because you accepted Christ.
Yeah.
Because you found a different way. You found another group of friends. Therefore, you can change it if you're willing to have a new mindset. You got to know your value and your worth, because that's what introduces character. That's what introduces those things that you can put on a suit as opposed to having up a skirt to my thighs and showing everything. What are you advertising? What are you really trying to say? Because at the end of the day, when you cut that light off and you by yourself,
you got to deal with you. You got to deal with you on every level, no matter how you try to drown you out with the TV and the radio. You got to deal with you. I see now this is going to be a part 2. So be looking for part 2 of You're Worth It, because there's a whole lot of things we did not cover, and we want to cover them. And one of the things is we have steps so that you can start healing you and creating your own worth, and bringing your worth up. Listen, Lord, we love you all here at Kingdom Nation, and we just want to encourage you to be the best you, and in that best you, find Jesus, because you can't really be the best without him anyway. We love you guys. God bless.
We love you.